Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna do a quick disclaimer to start this video. I watched this video in the beginning of my spiritual journey and it didn't really resonate, but now that I've done more research and know more about aliens and stuff, I feel confident saying that this information is true, and I'm gonna try proving it in this video. So if you're one that doesn't, gets triggered easy or doesn't like your thoughts being judged or feel like you're being attacked or like it's information that kind of goes against what you believe, then just click off the video. But again, I'm trying to go in about this so people who care to know can understand. But yeah, let's get to this video. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jerry. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So you guys seen the disclaimer. We're gonna be talking about some things that it's about aliens, all right? But I know a lot of people, when they think aliens, they think tinfoil hat, they think crazy person. But this is true information. As you can see on the top of the screen, I got everything pulled up that I want to say. We're going to be looking at some information from this video right here. Enki and Enlil can care less. I don't really agree with the deliverer of the message, but the message that he does have is good, and I'm going to be taking that sample and we're going to watch it in this video. And then after that clip plays, it's about 10 minutes. After it plays, then we will actually discuss what the information that was told in there. It correlates with everything that I've been talking about. I have some more videos on the way. I got a video about the dome, the flat earth theory. I'm going to be proving that to be true. I got one that I'm going to talk about all the different serpents, and I'm going to bring and discuss the Ankh and all that stuff, because I have a video that I previously did about the Ankh, and I want to kind of backtrack on that because I was a little gullible with that, all right? But that's what this whole channel is about. It's about growth and learning, and we're all going to grow together. And I'm also going to do a video about the soul trap, you know what I'm saying, because there is a soul trap taking place. I'm going to present information to prove so, and it's going to correlate, and it's going to have to do with all this other information I'm putting forth right now. So you're going to have to watch these videos in sync, so then you can get a better grasp of what's taking place currently and what I've been doing, right? So I don't like I took a break a little bit, it's been a little while since I've been posting regularly. That's because I don't have that energy, I'm dealing with my own problems. And I want to come to you guys with fresh information, true information, right? Because this is my learning experience. This is my personal blog. So I want to put good information forth that I could watch later down in life, where people can watch that don't know me or just heard of me and can actually piece stuff together and be like, oh, this guy was talking that stuff. So that's what we're doing, all right? So I'm going to play the clip now, and we'll come back and we'll discuss what we just seen.
Before we get into the history of our solar system, I want to talk specifically about the bad guys and what's happened to bring us into the space program that we have today. So I'm skipping over all the 5 million years and getting it right up to sort of the last 250,000. But we'll see why I'm doing that a little bit later. The major negative group that we have to deal with is a group that becomes human, and they evolve out of reptiles instead of primates and mammals like we have on Earth. So one of the things you find out is there's intelligent life all over our galaxy, but it maintains a hominid form, meaning it has 2 arms and 2 legs. And those forms can evolve out of any of the types of life that we see on Earth in the animal and vegetable kingdom. So you have avian humanoids that look like a human body with a bird head stuck on top. You have aquatic humanoids where they have fish-type heads. There's apparently one type of ET out there that has a head that looks like a sturgeon fish, like you see in Star Wars Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! Remember that one? That's a widely quoted line now because people think it's so funny. Sort of like Schwarzenegger, get to the chopper. All right, it's another one of those really bad 3-word lines. No, actually, that's 4. So the Draco were recently portrayed in the movie from the Wachowski brothers, the guys who are very much Illuminati and did The Matrix. Or they're not the brothers now, right? They're the Wachowskis. Okay? And what we have here is a depiction of the Draco. The movie Jupiter Ascending is about extraterrestrial civilizations that are around the Earth, and we don't know what's going on, and they're working in cloaking, and they have these tall reptilians wearing leather jackets. The wings are wrong, okay, but that basic form is actually what we're dealing with. The face is a little bit wrong, the jaw is a little bit off, it's a little bit too pointy on the chin, and the head kind of slopes back a little too much, but they are very muscular, they're very bulky, and they're 12 to 14 feet tall. These people do exist, and what happened is that they went around our galaxy and they conquered a whole bunch of different worlds, and they plundered genetic material from these worlds. So they looked for the genetics that were the most beneficial to themselves, and then they genetically interbred with those people and mixed their DNA. So what they did also is they were essentially racists, and they preferred reptilian-derived human life. So every place where they went and found a planet that had reptilian-evolved humans on it, they conquered them and mixed their genetics with the native reptilians. So you now have different types of reptilians that are all working together. Now, this immediately crosses over into the David Icke arena, and David Icke, of course, put out this notion that the Illuminati bloodline families are, in fact, shape-shifting reptilian beings. That is apparently not true. Nobody who's real has ever said that that's what's going on. They're normal people. They have some DNA, but we all do. The Draco mixed their genetics with our own. They were one of the races that's called Anunnaki. The word Anunnaki actually means extraterrestrials, and it can refer to any of a variety of different types of beings, not just one type. So, the movie Jupiter Ascending, interestingly enough, Channing Tatum, who we're supposed to feel sympathy for, has devil ears. And again, this is their belief system showing up. So, another type of reptilian, and these are like the slaves now, are reptoids. And there's a difference between reptilian and reptoid. So these types are shorter. They're more like 8 feet tall. And they are considered subservient to the Draco. They're part of the Draco Empire. And they're more like a reptilian merged with a gray. And this is another type of reptoid that also is fairly close to what they really look like. Well, this is scary stuff. So what's happening is that this knowledge that these people are out there has burbled up through history in the idea of what we call demons, in the idea of Satan. All this kind of stuff is based on these people. Jesus was tempted by the serpent in the garden. Eve was tempted by the serpent in the garden. Then you have the Sumerians that talk about a woman called the Lamia, a serpent woman. You have the Hindus that have the Nagas, serpent people. You have serpent beings in the Anunnaki. You have serpent beings that were actually controlling the Mesoamerican step pyramids and demanding human sacrifice. Now here's one of the things that I'm going to leak for you that's brand new, that I just heard about a month ago. And the reason why they're telling us this is because part of their magic is that they have to tell us the truth in order for their magic to work. Now, I also believe that in the process of telling the truth, it speeds up a positive outcome. So I don't have a problem with telling you this. Some of these Draco made deals with people here on Earth to give them immortality using a very advanced technology that to us would be indistinguishable from magic. So I'm literally saying that there are people who are 13,000 plus years old who have been alive this whole time. And what apparently happens is that through this deal that they strike with the Draco, they end up having a super accelerated metabolism, which is almost like a time stasis field that's in their body. And it also is a super healing power. So they are called the old ones or the parents, and they are above the 13 bloodlines. And now this is all starting to come out. I've never heard this before. There's only approximately 20 of these people alive on Earth. We don't even know how many there are because they consider this extremely classified. And they created this relationship with the Draco, making a deal with the devil, literally, if you want to think of it that way. Well, they wouldn't think of it that way. That gave them this highly extended lifespan. They can go into stasis and they can skip over 300 years at a time if they want to. And they actually go into something that looks like a sarcophagus. So this is starting to sound a lot like the vampire legend. And in fact, the whole process of how they extend their lives requires a vampire-like process. Known to no one until this was leaked to me very recently. But they also have groups that help coordinate, and this is before the 13 bloodlines. This is higher than that. Family masters is the highest level. Then you have trustees. Then you have operatives, and there's a larger number of those. The other two groups, there's only a very small number of them. And then below that, you get your 13 Illuminati bloodline, and those are called the fathers and or the houses. Now, there are names of the Illuminati bloodlines that have been put out on the internet that are wrong. I'm going to give you the correct 13 names. This is another thing that was leaked recently that could get me in a lot of trouble, but because their magic requires our consent, they have to tell us what the real names are. And they also are expecting, by the way, that there's going to be some massive event on Earth where they will be betrayed and they will be defeated, exposed, betrayed, and defeated. But that in the aftermath of that, their religious belief is that they will resurrect and their gods will come to save them and they will set up their new world order. So they have been taught that they have to actually die, to be exposed, to go on trial, to be sentenced, and to be killed by beheading. In the case of the old ones, the others don't have to have that happen. They would die normally. But these top 20 would have to be beheaded, and that they would then come back. Now, the old ones, or the parents, have had stargates and advanced craft the entire time, and they hid this from the rest of the Illuminati up until very recently. And so a lot of people are really pissed off right now because they did not tell anybody below their own little tiny, tiny circle and the Draco that they actually have had the ability to come and go this whole time, all these years, thousands of years. Now, this is the kind of stuff I could not make up, okay? The Pindar is the head of the Cabal. That's the name of the top person in the 13 bloodlines. And that's what we're now calling Illuminati, would be these 13 bloodlines, the houses. What does Pindar actually mean? It's pretty weird. It means the pinnacle of the Draco, i.e. the number one representative on Earth of the Draco. It also means the penis of the dragon. Now please, Foot, don't go doing that again. The current Pindar, the leader of the Illuminati, now we're being told, is the Rothschild family, so we don't need to look any farther than that. The only guys above the Rothschilds here on Earth would be these old ones, and the family masters and the trustees, but then the Pindar, of course, is the Rothschild, so that's why that name is so prominent. Now, here's the funny thing. The good guy ETs have come back recently, and I don't know why we got a little, oh, that went away. Good. We had a little feedback. They have been betrayed by the Draco. This just happened in the last month. The Draco has been cornered, and there's something that's been created around our solar system called the barrier, and all the Draco that are inside our solar system cannot get out. And they are afraid of whatever this arrest scenario is going to be, because they will be held on trial as responsible for these crimes against humanity that they've perpetrated. They do not want this to happen, and they tried to strike a deal with the positive beings saying, if you let us go, we will offer everybody below our own royal caste in surrender to you, to the Alliance. That means the royals are only these 12 to 14 foot tall reptilians. That means they were going to betray the old ones, all of their supplicants who have done this vampire-type process to gain immortality. That means all the 13 bloodlines. That means the Committee of 300, all the top Illuminati. Everybody human was betrayed, and this just happened. So the Illuminati is in terrible state of disarray right now. Everything is going nuts. All these sub-factions are forming, and what's going to happen most likely is that they're all going to start exposing each other and betraying each other. So this year is very interesting. This Draco betrayal just happened. It has spread through the ranks. It is very real, and it has changed the game.
All right, so that was a lot of information, right? Talk about these aliens, the connection to the Rothschilds and the different elites, the Queen, and the whole kind of battle they're doing, you know what I'm saying? That's how come all this information. I think with the Age of Aquarius, and so that was like, what, 2019, 2020? I think that and this whole like spiritual movement, I think it's like, It's all related, right? Like all these guys are fighting and bickering and they're all exposing each other and all this different information. And now it's all put forth, and we're in the age of Aquarius where energy can enter us to actually discern and see the information as it is, right? Because before I was born, I was only born in 2001. So before I was born, like I literally started walking the same time 9/11 happened. So I can't really relate or say what happened before I was born. But I know even growing up, like people talked about aliens, people knew about like the elites being evil and the government is evil and blah blah blah, but people still believe them, right? So I say all this to say this. So when he was talking in the video about how the aliens conquered a whole bunch of different planets, you can see this in our own solar system, right? You got Mars. Right here I got a monolith on the moon, on Mars's moon. They have a very small moon, I believe, compared to like our moon or whatever. Or I think it's the size of their planet. Anyways, there's buildings and structures on these other planets in our solar system. And even with the government, as of I think like 2021, saying that aliens are real, they have like all these different UFO videos and stuff that are out. Like the US government said that UFOs are real. So now we know aliens are real. All right? They just said it. But they're not going to come on CBC and be like, hey guys, aliens are real. They're trying to destroy everyone. They're not going to say that. You got to use your own discernment. You got to know, okay, in the video it talked about they wanted to destroy all their creations to help and try to save themselves with the good guys, like the Galactic Federation, whoever the good guys are that are trying to come here and save everybody. Okay, well, if they're trying to wipe everyone out, what would they do to try to wipe everyone out? Because they're still going to go along with their stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I already dropped the video about the, you know, the thing that everyone took. Like, we know the government is evil. They have movies where they're working with aliens, Men in Black. There's literally an alien movie where this alien escapes Area 51. I don't even know what that movie's called. I think it's just called Alien. Like, we know these guys are evil. So why are we taking stuff, putting stuff in our body from the serpent, the evil people? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Have you guys ever watched A Bug's Life? Okay. The grasshoppers are the aliens, the evil ones, right? They're the ones that are talked about in the ancient Sumerian texts. You know what I'm saying? This is where you got like Enki and Enlil, which is the name of the video that I picked, and I'm gonna go over these people. Like we're the ants, so like we don't like. Why would we listen to the grasshoppers? Like, and then I always thought this too, right? Like we work our whole life. We work like 60 years and then die. Like, so we just serving people our whole life. We can't just live. We work Monday to Friday. You know, this is what the Matrix was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, living in this, like, world where it just doesn't make sense. That's why old boy took the blue pill, Neo took the red pill. He's trying to get about this, all right? And that's why you see such a big boom of people trying to live, like, off the land or not live in cities and stuff. Like, it's all evil, bro. It's all evil. Anyways, I'm getting a little off track. There's obelisk and buildings on moons, and this is where you get like the dark side of the moon, like the Transformers movie. And I have my own, when I do the flat earth theory and the dome video, I'll kind of talk about like the moon and the sun and all these different things. But in the Transformers movie, they told you the truth. We only see like one side of the moon, which is really weird, right? And even if you do research on how the moon came to form or whatever, I'm sure if I Google it, it'll actually say. The scientific community agrees that it's from Earth. Like meteor hit Earth like billions of years ago, and a chunk of Earth is in the sky, right? But then you gotta ask yourself, how is it perfectly round? Where is this chunk from Earth that's missing, that's moon-sized? You know what I'm saying? And then you start to get answers that you don't have. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'll go more in depth with this in my next video, so make sure you tune in so we can go over all this stuff. So yeah, they already told us on the dark side of the moon, you know what I'm saying? They got buildings, they got beings on the moon. You know what I'm saying? There's aliens everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like every other time I step outside, I'm seeing stars that are flying across the sky and stopping, or going behind a cloud and then I don't see them again emerge from that cloud. Like, we gotta ask ourselves, what the hell is going on in our sky? You know what I'm saying? We gotta look up. And there's literally a movie called Don't Look Up on Netflix. I wonder why. So yeah, we know these are all the serpent people. Every world leader has to go and what's the word I'm looking for here? Like pledge allegiance, I think, to the Pope. Because the church is still like the biggest thing in the world. It has been for a long time. That's where you get Jesus and I'm gonna touch on Jesus and demons and stuff in this video too, really quick. I'm gonna go more over it in my next videos I'm gonna be dropping. But with the serpents and the Pope and all this stuff, the aliens are above the Pope, right? Then it's the Pope. Then it's the Queen and the Rothschilds and all these people selling their soul. Then there's, you know, the governments and all this stuff. I'll actually put a picture up. I actually made a picture. And that's basically what's going on here, all right? There's a ladder of power. And they have to show themselves. So you see right here, I got the Pope and you got the serpent room. So you know who he works for, all right? And all the governments work under him. They all agree under him. They all pledge allegiance to him. So even if you don't believe in Illuminati and what are those other guys called? They have like purple. Oh man, it just slipped my mind. I'll come back to it if it hits my brain. But we have these elite groups and cults, and they represent the serpent, but they all work together. So it's like a show. It's like a movie. The world is a stage. I don't know if you ever heard that phrase before. It's all a big show, you know what I'm saying? And the aliens and the Pope run it. So this is where you get the Rothschilds. You know, these are also part of the, you know, the bloodline or the alien group. And you can see it with the skull, right? The skull, how they walk. I don't know if you guys seen that picture of like, I don't know if it was the guy that owns Facebook. The guy looks like an alien, right? He walks like an alien. His knees. So pretend this is like a leg, right? This is like your upper leg. This is your knee where they touch, and this is your lower leg. He's walking like this. You know what I'm saying? Like his knee is bent. His knee is bending where his kneecap is. That's not how humans walk. Okay? So their bodies aren't human. You know? I have a video of LeBron with his pointy teeth. People are like, oh, he just bought a girl that looks like that. No, he did not buy a girl. Maybe he did, but like, their cloning, their suits that they wear don't work all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes their flaws or their like real self shows, and with certain people like pharaohs in Egypt, and I'm gonna go over why, you know, in my next video how I've been mistaken. But you see, you got the Rothschilds, you got certain players in the NBA, or you got these super elite people. Like when you think LeBron or Jordan, you're thinking, oh yeah, like that's like top of the food chain. Yes, exactly, right? So, all right, look at his big ass head, right? Elongated skull. Look at King Tut. Elongated skull. This is like a what he may look like, but he doesn't look like that. Why would they have, like, if someone was sculpting something after you, why would they exaggerate your skull? Like, I would actually feel a type of way, right? Like, look at his look at this nigga's scranium or scrotium or what is that called? Scranium? I don't know. But look at his fucking dome, bro. Look at his head. Like, is this human? Come on, bro. That's why he wore those big ass hats, cover up his skull. Like, okay, even people who are black or wear bonnets or do-rags or any type of hats at all, actually. You know your hat doesn't stay on your head all the time perfectly. Even if you got like a snapback and you got it tight, it still comes off. So how is he wearing these big ass hats and it's just staying on his head? It's because it's like if you put something on your finger, it's fitting like a glove. You see what I'm saying? Because his head is so big. So, you know, we really got to look at this stuff. So when he's talking about these aliens, right, I want to talk about the oldest dated aliens on Earth that were actually, well, what mythology suggests that they actually created humans, right? And then this is where you mess up the whole God stuff. And in my video where I'm talking about the true serpents and like all the different crosses and stuff and how it's all related to the same thing, that is the serpent, right? Like this guy, he is the serpent. He's an alien because that's what serpent, angel, demon. The only difference between an angel and a demon is angels were like Jesus, like aliens who were good and didn't harm people and just tried to teach them how to like save themselves and like get knowledge. And then demons are the ones that like were murdering people. That's where you get Enlil, Lord. Um, he's like the good. He's a bad brother. Sorry. And then you got a brother named Enlil. I mean Enki. Sorry, I'm getting all confused. It's a lot of knowledge. So Enlil, evil, Lord, right? That's where you get Lord, like the head. God, right? That's God. Zeus, whatever. As you can see, he has a trident in his hand. I'm gonna go over the picture here in a second. And then you got Enki, which is his good brother. He's like a scientist. There's a lot of them. I think there's like 300 of them. I think that's what the ancient Sumerian texts say. That's where you get like the 300 Spartans that came and like battled all these people in one. That's where you get the aliens, right? Because they tell you with the movies, right? The movies are actually truth, but they just put it as science fiction or myth or whatever. And you know something I find interesting about myth? So, okay, let's say nowadays, um, everything that we know, let's just skip like 5,000 years, right? Let's say life just keeps going on. Are they gonna say like God is myth? Are they gonna say like I don't understand the whole mythology. Like, why would people put so much energy into stating that there's aliens? Like, when we think of humans like 3,000 years ago or when they built the pyramids, like, why would they be depicting green people and like all these different like entities and like there's pictures of helicopters and tanks and cars and like how would they know this and we count it as just mythology? Like people sat up here and like put that in stone and we think it's myth. Like that doesn't even make any sense. We don't have anything like that now, so I can't even really compare. But like back when people like if they there's no grocery store, there's no worldwide food, there probably was. But like why would they be wasting their time with the tablets of Emmanuel, with certain Gnostic texts that comes from the Library of Alexandria that was hidden and put in like caves and clay things to protect it? Like, why would people back when you couldn't even you just had to eat and survive? Like, why are they hiding stuff that's fake and fiction and myth? Like, that doesn't even make sense. They don't have money. They don't got cars. Like, why would they like think about the energy exerted for fake? Why would someone playing a prank all around the world? They're drawing aliens in caves from 75,000 years ago all the way up until I don't know what the most recent cave painting that was maybe 15,000 years ago. Like in like 50,000 years, they're doing this as a joke. Humans have been around for 200,000 years. That was created by this guy that we're looking at, and it's all just a joke. Everything before us was just a joke and fake and dumb. Are we that ignorant? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, let's look at this ancient picture depicting this alien. He has a watch on. All right. He has a trident. We see this through other mythologies. You know, I think Egypt got something like this. Obviously, from Atlantis. These beings, right? Oh, and also you can see on his back they carry only tools, right? We see shoes. He got some Jesus 11s, or what do we wear nowadays? It looks like the exact same thing. I don't even know the name of them. You can go to Foot Locker and buy them. Like this is all like look. He got like a sword or like a staff of some sort. What else can we depict here? He got a helmet. Okay, cool. Probably some type of technology here on the front. He has something for farming, as you can see. So obviously he's bringing some type of technology with the watch and the farming tool, and you could even say with this sword, teaching man how to fight. You know what I'm saying? How to defend himself. How to like who taught us how to plant seeds and like you know what I'm saying? And even with the Bible, right? Let's just quickly go over this with like Adam and Eve. Think about God, right? Because we know God. I just said it is this guy right here. So he's the evil brother. Why would God want humans stupid? Like when Adam and Eve were here on earth, right? Like the Bible version, not truthfully, they didn't even have clothes on. They were just stupid. They were told, oh yeah, only eat from this tree. Don't eat anything else. So they weren't even taught how to plant. They weren't taught how to build anything. They weren't taught anything. He wanted stupid people that just listen to him. And what do we do nowadays with school? What is school training kids to do? Be a worker. take inventory, listen to orders. You see all these people working at Starbucks, McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? And hey, I'm not knocking nobody, make your money, but I do the same type of shit. I take orders all day long. But I'm trying to say is like, this is ancient ways that we're even living and we don't even know it. Like, we're just told to take orders when realistically we're not supposed to just be taking orders. I never seen in the wild a lion taking orders from another head lion. You know what I'm saying? They're duking it out. Yo, take your side, I'm gonna have my side. Or like a zebra listening to an elephant. That doesn't happen. But we do this in real life right now. We just take orders and we don't think anything of it. That's where you get the government. We're supposed to tell them what to do, but what do we find actually happening? They have their police, their bullies, their military, you know what I'm saying? And they bully us in believing and listening to everything they say. When in the US, the whole reason why they have guns, I think it's their second, whatever, their law or rule or whatever it is, they have guns so they can fight back so that doesn't happen. But everyone else in the world is so dumbed down, we think that that's crazy. We think that guns hurt people. Cain and Abel, hello, the brother killed his brother with a rock. If you watch MMA, UFC, any of this stuff, people can kill each other with their bare hands. They literally knock people unconscious, choke people out until they're unconscious. Like, you don't need weapons to hurt people. You have weapons to protect yourself. I can use my kitchen knife and go to the grocery store and go crazy. But like, we have these things, but it's the person. You know what I'm saying? People kill people. Like, if I want to kill, I'll go kill. If someone wants to kill me, they can just break down my door and come kill me. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, here I was gonna show the trident from Atlantis. Yeah, man. So a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying with these aliens. It goes really far back. I have an app from the App Store from a guy that I support, and this is a guy that I don't know if you guys remember when Kyrie was talking about flat Earth and stuff like that, and everyone called him crazy. The same guy that he learned that stuff from, he has an app, and it's called the Knowledge College, and he has a whole bunch of different. I'll actually log in right now so I can make sure I'm saying everything right. He has a whole bunch of different ancient texts that you guys should go support the app and actually go look up these old texts. Hold on, let me pull it up really fast. Library. So he has a lot of ancient stuff that people should go check out, all right? So I'm going to start reading these myself. I haven't yet, but I know enough about them. Like, I've done enough research on some of them, but I haven't actually, like, sat down and read each one, right? So I already talked about this. The Tablet of Emmanuel starts with a J. Emmanuel. This is actually Jesus. He's actually an Anunnaki. He's actually an alien, just like this guy right here. He's an alien. The Pistis Sophia, Lost Book of Enki, the 12th planet, Nibiru, which is supposed to be the planet that's coming back to save humanity. I mean, but you got to remember there's two evil brothers, or two evil sides. With any beings that have like souls and free will and stuff like that, there's going to be good and bad. Right? So don't just believe everything you hear. I mean, I'm trying to show you just truth. I'm not trying to put my own personal opinion in here. I'm just trying to state the information that I know. And look at this. I literally said Zeus. Zeus is right here. Bro, I'm so smart. I didn't even know that was there. That's crazy. You see how this is facts? Zeus is God. All right? Enlil is God. So when you're praying to God, all right, you're literally giving away your energy, all right? So I don't know if you guys know this. I'm going to continue reading off some of these books that you guys should check out. So just to go over again, Tablet of Emmanuel, Pistis Sophia, 12th Planet, Nibiru. And there's also 3 other books. I was looking on Amazon. There's 12th Planet, like War of the Gods, and then there's another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. And the Lost Book of Enki. He got other ones like the Book of Enoch. Obviously, I did research on the Book of Enoch way back. I even follow a guy that I've showed it in other videos called Enoch, the Freestyle Prince, who claims he's Enoch. So I literally know about Enoch, you know what I'm saying? Archons, oh my god, learn about Archons. And yeah, so there's a lot of other books here, but I'm not going to go over all of them. Those are just the main ones. But, so when you're praying, right? So think of like cats, right? Cats have vocal cords just like us. Well, not just like, but similar, right? And they purr. We know cat purrs, right? And you think, oh yeah, they only purr when they're happy. No, they purr if they want to heal you, if they want to heal themselves. Their purr, the frequency of their purr, I've talked about frequency before on my channel. Literally, the frequency heals, right? Like it has energy, it has power, right? Obviously, with different beings on Earth, you get more and less power. But where humans have DNA, aliens, right? We have the most advanced energy capture, energy field. I don't know how to really put it. Not that we're better than, because we were created out of everything on this earth and alien. So you can't really look at it as you're better. You're equal. It's an ecosystem, right? I don't know if you guys ever seen the picture of eco and ego. I'll put it up on screen. But anyways, we just have to realize that we hold a lot of energy, right? Especially people with souls, because not everyone has souls. Some people are only spirits. That's where you get like drinking, you know what I'm saying? Some people have soul food. Some people have wine and spirits. And who brought the wine and spirits? Hello, you know what I'm saying? Sunblood, where you at, baby? Anyways, so you literally have energy and power, especially when your chakras are aligned. It can help you channel that inner energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think, you know, well, if you do semen retention and stuff like that, you can also help up your energy faster. But if you release it sometimes, like not all the time, obviously, you can still like use that energy. Like don't let people brainwash you. Um, but like we have so much energy. Like when you're sitting and you're like, and you're giving your soul to God, or you know, if I die in my sleep, I want to give my soul to God. Like, what are you saying? You're brainwashing yourself. Like, why are you giving your energy to somebody that you don't even know? That there's babies dying in Africa and all around the world. There's millions of babies going missing. Are you telling me you're more important than these babies? You want this God to come help you with your financial needs, but there's children starving all around the earth who haven't sinned? You know what I'm saying? There's wars going on. Like he did it with the Tower of Babel. How come he can't just make everyone stop fighting? He's the God. He's the creator. You know what I'm saying? How come in Egypt with the Israelites? Why did he wait 400 years to free them and send the guy that turned a staff into a snake? Again, we see the snake. These guys are serpents. They're aliens. They tell you. Like, why did he not harm those pharaohs that captured his people and turned them to slaves? Where's the common sense? Where's the logic? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we not look at stuff as face value sometimes? Like, what happened to common sense? You know? I've heard it's not so common, but like what are we doing? You know? Yeah, so you just can't give your energy away to people. Like, if cats can purr and heal themselves, imagine like, because we know the Quran, the Bible, all these books have the same God, right? It says that there. I think if you read the Quran or whatever, right, and they want you to pray like 100 times a day or some shit. If everyone in the world is praying to one person, right? So if we're doing that purr with our throat, right? I know not everyone prays like all the time. Maybe you just do it like quick in your mind or whatever, but you're still giving away energy. Like we're all charging up somebody. But like who are we charging up? Who are we giving our energy to? Who are we praying takes our soul? Like, do you know what the word pray means? I'm gonna search up pray. Watch this. What is pray? No, nature. Let's see right here. Okay, hold on. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. In nature, if there's a hawk and there's a mouse, one of them is prey. All right, and I don't have to break down which one is prey. All right, we know what prey truly means. Oh, is it with an E? Am I just stupid? Hey, bruh.
Expose him! Expose him!
It's wordplay, my people. It's wordplay. It's wordplay. I already said this. English is a demonic language. If you literally Google demonic language, it is English, all right? Signature, you know, like cursive, you know what I'm saying? Curse, If, like, bro, we literally speak spells, bro. Pray. Sorry, I don't know. That was a brain fart. Anyways, man, that's all I gotta say. I could keep rambling on forever. There's more information coming in the future. So if you like this type of information, you like this type of knowledge, there's more to come. I always talk about this stuff. I'll continue to talk about it till they freaking shut the internet off and cut the power. So I'm gonna keep talking about this stuff. If you are into expanding your mind, eating right, trying to work with energy, you know what I'm saying, really put everything together, because life is like a big puzzle, you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you put it together, you know what I'm saying. So if you're about that stuff, please hit the like, subscribe, share this information, share this knowledge so we can get it out there to the masses. And yeah, man, it's been your boy. Again, go check out this video. This is a video that we took that clip from in the beginning. And yeah, it's been your boy. Peace, appreciation, and value to you all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.